Yeah, kind of like when you have like a resentment to a person.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that resentment is kind of, kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Well, you may no longer resent that person, but it still doesn't mean you necessarily want them in your life.
That's correct.
You can still say, I really choose not to have that person in my life, but I'm also not going to give any negative vibrations that way because it's kind of drawing from my
Energy.
well of energy.
Yes.
Right. But I think becoming aware is, it's 99% of the work is the
It is.
the awareness and having
noticing.
someone, and I would say it's virtually impossible to do by yourself. It's like looking at your own eyeball.
It is.
You need another person because we are all about relationship.
We are.
We need the feedback. We need the another person's perception saying, well, it kind of looks this way to me. Does it look that way to you? And then
That's
you can
correct.
say, well, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. So I think it's very important, this coach-therapist relationship. And, I see this a lot with people where I can figure it out myself. And my answer to that is always, why? Why would you want to try to figure it out yourself when there's so much help and support
That's right.
out there?
And
Yes.
that's another belief system, by the way.
I have to do it myself.
That's
Forget it.
exactly right.
That's completely nuts. Yeah.
Well, and when you hear people say things like that,
I did it all by myself, and my response is always, what for?
yeah, why?
Why did you have to do that all
You know,
by yourself?
what's valuable?
Yeah.
And I ask, again, because of my business background, I'll say to someone, what's the value proposition? in
Yeah, I
that?
love that. I love when you say that. What's the value? And you always say, well, that's my corporate thinking. But
Yes.
there's genius behind that.
Yes.
Because if you're doing this kind of behavior, you must be getting some payoff.
There
from
has
it.
to be a value.
Otherwise, you're not going to do it.
You wouldn't be doing it.
You wouldn't do it.
And you
So,
wouldn't continue to do it.
love it. So you really are shedding the light.
I am.
Now, I noticed here, I love cards, and especially if they come in little sparkly package. So you have created the Shift Guru Oracle deck.
Yes, I have.
Which I can never see a pack of divination cards and not choose one. So I'm going to be choosing one
Okay.
here. So we have these beautiful
Excellent.
cards that match the box, that match the book. Just beautiful. I'm loving these. Just loving these. They have little angels on them over
Yes.
there. And I see they have, each one has a kind of a main phrase on it and then a sub phrase. So
Right.
let's see who's going to speak to me today.
Excellent.
Okay, and we have, beliefs.
Beliefs.
Your beliefs create your life. So that's the front. So
Absolutely.
there's a little front picture, and then we have a saying on the back. It has a number. It says number 1.
And they're all,
because
there's a lot further information in the
further
book.
into the book, but the basic is beliefs are those insidious, unconscious decisions we have made.
Yes.
Okay. And then is there a way out?
There's a
these
write-up of things to consider.
things to consider.
What
So-
beliefs, and in this case, having written the book and all,
Yeah.
it speaks to what beliefs,
Are you willing to consider changing?
yes.
I love that. Okay, these are beautiful, and
Thank you.
I'm all about the cards.
And I love the color. It's all there.
Well, the color is magnificent, and of course it goes
With the book.
The book, which is just radiant.
I love
Who
it.
could not love this? The sunshine, so beautiful. With it looks like Michael, Archangel Michael. He's
He's
with
one of
his sword. He cuts away
cuts
all kinds of crap.
all the illusion.
And who is this here?
It's another one of the
Just-
major archangels. And they asked me not to
Not
give
to
them by name,
Doesn't matter, because whatever you feel that
That's
is,
right.
is. Yeah.
so that everyone, it's not like, again, it's not a right or wrong.
Yes.
It's simply connecting with the angelic realm.
Right. Now, go back again. You were saying that when you work with people's angelic realm, your connection grows as well. Because
Yes, it
I kind
does.
of could perceive it as they're all kind of in the same plane of existence.
They
and
are.
so it just makes that whole plane richer and more accessible for you.
It does, and I would have never envisioned this. This is one of the benefits that I didn't expect. And then I received the information that, oh, by the way, Barbara, you agreed to assist us in bringing information.
And you seem, very grounded and normal. Because, I think a lot of people get frightened when they hear this. They'll
Yes.
think, oh, she's so woo-woo, she's so out there. But, 26 years in corporate, you've punched that clock. And
I've
you've
punched
been
the clock.
And you've been in the real world. And
Yes.
so it feels more real to come from you because you feel very connected and grounded. Yeah.
Thank you. And I worried. I had my own beliefs that, oh, if I go out to the world as having co-authored this book, they're going to think I'm crazy.
Right.
And I've had to work through my
You had to
own
work through your own resistance. Yeah.
And now there's a second book coming
Well, that's what I was
out.
going to say. Tell us about your second book, because I kind of got a little hint of it.
Yes.
So tell
Well,
me about
you assisted me
Yes,
when we
we-
had lunch that day in December.
Yes, we came up with some words that made a little more sense.
We did.
Yeah.
The book is, and we haven't, and it's good. We expect it out in early July.
Mm-hmm.
It is the formula for creating.
Okay, so tell us a little bit. What do you mean by formula?
It is an absolute formula. It says creating, being the creative element we are on this earth plane, is what we create is a combination of the energies we accept in from the cosmos, from the universe, from our higher self, times the frequency we hold our energy at. Love being the highest frequency.
Love being the highest frequency.
Fear being a very low frequency. Times the law of attraction.
So talk to me about the law of attraction.
Ah.
What do you mean by that?
The law of attraction says, as I understand it, from my angelic
What does
realm
it
and
mean
all.
for you?
Yes, it means that when I bring in information from the cosmos, divine information that has been gathered for me, by the way, to create in the physical, and I hold my frequency at the highest possible level
Of love.
of love and joy. That's why I love my name.
Joy.
It is, it works. That I am able to attract to me like kind energy of that frequency.
Same,
Same
like attracts
attracts like.
Okay.
If I've shut myself off, if I'm in a place of woe is me, by the way, I'm also going to attract like energy.
Yeah.
So it's about lifting up and holding that high vibration and as much universal energy as we can bring in and attracting it. And then, darn it, it's divided by divine timing. Darn it.
Oh, that.
Oh, that. And
So it's not always happening when you think it should.
It should.
Or when you would even like it to.
That's right.
Because maybe you don't know the bigger picture. Maybe when you thought it would be a good time for you, actually it's not. But you don't know that.
And that the angels go into the angelic realm talks about when we're in the earth plane, a soul in the earth plane, we can see this far as the nose on the end of our face.
Well, that's not very far, is
That's
it?
not very far. We perceive, we know the plan, and that they, however, as our support system, do have that higher knowing, higher perspective. So divine timing, when we leave it alone,
What does that mean?
we just let it. We're in the flow.
Okay,
We just let life flow for us. We've done the heavy lifting up at the top, by the way. We've brought in the energy and trusted it. We've held our frequency high, and we've attracted like. And then we trust, and isn't that, to me, that's been a four-letter word. I don't know about anyone else. It's a four-letter word. But we trust the divine and the timing that is perfect for us. Now, in the book, what the angel shared with me is divine timing is very similar to a GPS process.
So explain more about that.
So I'm driving from Inglewood, where my office is, to here to see you today. And my GPS said it would take me 32 minutes and would be 33 miles. And a GPS is calculated on most typical route, the speed limit on the route, if there's any stop signs, the average time we're going to get stopped at a stop sign, how long we'll be there. It's a whole formula. Oh, yes.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It is.
So as it compares, so if we let divine timing flow, we drive at speed limit, we follow the route, we get stopped an ordinary amount of time at the I'll call them the hindrances, okay? Then divine timing becomes essentially a 1 in the calculator, which means it doesn't interfere with all the creating, all the possibility.